Not to be blunt, but I'm pretty sure I just have to go with LFY here. Like, I want to learn something, but I feel like there's no way you win the game of Dota 2 when you absolutely last pick a Luna into a Terrorblade. That's maybe looking at the game too black and white, but that matchup's so bad. I like it's actually in the lifestealer territory of bad. So we'll see. I hope to learn something. I want to see how they plan to make this Luna work. They definitely have this like scary 5-man lineup that can group up with the Omni SF Luna, but at the same time, they have the Underlord Rubik. They have a lot of D-push on the side of LFY. It's not like they can't stop a siege coming from the Radiant.
Is there not a build? Is there not a build you can go for Luna that would be a little bit better matched up in this game?
Nothing stops him from reflecting you and you glaving your entire team. Nothing stops that.
Maybe you go. Maybe you go caster build.
I'm saying that even with the caster build, you have like 3.5 agility gain and glaives, or 3.3 agility gain and glaives. Don't level. That is possible. That is possible.
I mean, looking at the reflection, not only that, but you have. I mean, I don't know how relevant this is. Maybe you can tell me, but the Omni Knight Degen aura. It's a very small radius now, so maybe not that big of a deal. But more so the Shadow Fiend presence of the Dark Lord aura is very impactful.
This is how I look at this game, to be quite simply put. I think they don't need this to win, but if Terrorblade hits 20, I don't see how they win. I don't see how Thunder wins if Terrorblade hits level 20. I don't see it. I feel like if he has Reflection, he just owns this game. So when I'm looking at my timing as LFY, I feel like we need to hold our objectives. Like, we need to stop, or at least slow down Thunder's timings as much as possible. And you don't want to think of that necessarily as a win condition, but if you just hold until level 20 on Terrorblade, I think you're just good to go. As you see, they're trying to match the Underlord against the Omni. They scouted the lanes, and they are walking that Underlord solo safe lane, exactly like we talked about in the draft.
All right.
Terrorblade also gets the Lunar Blessing aura in lane when reflecting Luna.
Oh, yeah. Forgot about that.
So it actually makes it effectively, you know, if you go on somebody, all of you have that extra 14 damage, which is very, very useful.
That's pretty sick. Is that a 0-second downtime? I know we've talked about this before, the reflection. See, 16.
At max level with the talent, it's half a second.
Half a second, yeah. Lasts for 5.5. All right, so for VGJ.Thunder, what is their path to victory? You talked about not letting Terrorblade hit level 20. Do you want to be more specific? Other than that,
they have to snowball the laning stage with the SF, make it so he's too hard to deal with, and make it so that they can force these early objectives and take the towers. But the thing is, for me, why I don't see it is because they have the Underlord and the Rubik D-push, and it's going to be a lot of kills, I think, is how they win this game with the SF. He's just going to kind of take over the game. He's going to split push. They do have mediocre catch on the side of LFY. Until Quals gets items. So SF can for sure take over this game, but SF scales very poorly against Terrorblade. Good mid game, but poor late top lane.
Oh boy, telekinesis back into Tusk. That's a nice stun. Monet, I mean, he deals massive damage with this metamorphosis, but it's about to end. So back into melee form. And it is going to be the old traditional try v try. Let's just go over the other lanes real quick before we miss some action. Top, Super versus Freeze in the mid lane, Shadow Fiend and Quap, respectively. And then the bot, Ohio on the Underlord. We saw him play that last game. Motherfucker. Yeah. God damn it. Oh, that was mid. Okay.
Yeah.
I would have missed it anyway.
Solo kill mid.
Okay. I would have missed it anyway. I don't feel so bad now. Freeze. All right. That must have been a double raise.
To see is a solo kill in the mid lane.
Yeah, for sure. So he is stacked up on his Necromastery Souls right now. And should be good to go for the rest of the laning stage, I would assume. Does that get any easier for Quap at any point?
She always has kill threat. So the way it gets easier is that the supports rotate. That's the only way it gets easier. Otherwise, in terms of the 1v1, no, it does not.
Ice Shard's coming out. Always a very impactful spell, being able to block heroes walking points and whatnot.
That is indeed what it does.
Blocks walking points. I think I made that up,
Yeah.
but it sounds like a real phrase.
Sounds
Luna,
legit enough to be true. Kind of like the essays you write in high school, where you just create sentences that.
man, I used to be so good at that. I used to be
I was
so good.
I was king. We had to write these math articles, in my math class, like about math stuff, and it was pretty much just a page of bullshit. And over time, I became. All of us, we were like, what did we learn from this? We learned how to BS our college resumes.
Hey, I think bullshitting is a very important skill to learn, actually. So.
It is.
Oh, they just scanned. They know.
Yeah,
Just
that's
on the
exactly what they
edge,
have
too.
to do for the QWOP.
That's nice.
Either way, even if this gank doesn't work, the QWOP is able to free farm while SF has to sit back like he does. So this is a very important maneuver to make. They are going to break the smoke with the Tusk. I still think that's okay. Not ideal, but the QWOP is able to gain some CS from it. She got like 5 or 6 CS from that.
All right, they're
They are
switching out the
rotating
lanes now.
actually, interestingly enough. Terrorblade does not want to be top anymore. They feel the pressure from the mid lane. They know they can't support the Terrorblade, so he doesn't want to be top anymore. And this is not necessarily very good for them, because Terrorblade does not lane all that well against Omni, with a level advantage on the Omni especially. But should be okay if the supports both want to rotate as well.
Yeah, as long as he's out of range or not in danger of being killed by Purification, should probably just be okay because it's such a high armor. Right clicks won't really do too much. Super. Getting initiated on. Nice snowball, but it won't be enough to actually find it. Does force him out of lane.
Delivered. Yes, nice.
Yeah, it does have the salve, and we'll be back to full HP. So, what was the reason for the lane swap? Ohio now in the top lane, obviously.
I think it's because they think they need the supports mid, and if they have the supports mid, the Terrorblade can't lane top. That's kind of why I think.
Okay. Well, Yang, he's going to see Afu now on this Rubik. Doesn't really care too much about it, though. Mid lane, Yao just staying close by. KC, oh my god, super.
And that
so
double
much
rage.
damage. Yeah, it is. It is dirty. Initially, remember reading the patch notes, like, oh, it's a nerf to Shadow Fiend, of course. You know, the lower raise damage. But then, oh, if you get multiple raises, it becomes disgusting. So, pretty cool way to balance that.
I think it's broken. I hope they nerf it a little
It's
bit.
pretty broken, yeah.
They should. I mean, it started at 60, and then the hero wasn't picked, so they made it 80. I'd like them to maybe return. I want them to make it so it's like 50, 60, 70, 80, or something like that. I don't mind that it's 80 at max level, but maybe it shouldn't be doubling the damage of the second raise at level 1. I don't know. I don't really like that.
What do you know? You're not Ice Frog.
I don't know shit.
All right, looks like this is going to turn into a Trivi duo now, as Tusk is going to show himself, gets the Ice Shards up, but Monet pops that Metamorphosis. Yao's taking the most damage.
Degen.
And the Degen Ore is very annoying. The Tusk Snowball comes out. Yang taking some more auto attacks. Oh, the Fable was almost enough to take him out. No ensnare for another 2 seconds, and with Fade, all right, he's actually going for it.
Yeah,
Don't think he'll be able to finish him off.
Yeah, he has 10 stick charges. So he's not going to die.
So that breaks things up, and that's an unsuccessful gank for LFY. But Super at least will be catching up here in the mid lane. 34-14 versus 20-6 right now.
This is how VGJ wins. Like I said, they snowball the laning stage. If they go late, they lose. So they have to really up the tempo of this game. I hope to see all mid-game items on all these heroes, like a Helm Dom on Luna, you know, these tanky like S&Y drums type items on the SF, and like phase drums on the Omni. I hope that's how they play, because I think that's how they win. And if they win a different way, that's when you learn, man. So that's, you know, that's the exciting part either way.
Well, mid lane. Looks like a potential initiation here, and Snare is there, but with DDC on the outskirts, Super has to be careful, pretty low on HP. Yao will fall to the double raise. DDC in the meantime, ticking down very slowly but surely. Super, no blink for another 3 seconds. Freeze looking for one more raise, and he'll get that double kill.
Wow.
Nicely played.
This is exactly what happened to me when I played against a mid SF field Batman. Just try to gank him, but you're already so far behind because SF's just such a crazy good lane dominator. And at this point, if he doesn't die to that first gank, he just does this.
Yeah,
So much
VGJ.Thunder.
damage.
They look quite
Grinding up.
good.
Team shower in the top lane.
Oh, yeah. Love those team showers.
Nothing quite like it.
Monet right now sitting on the 28 and 10 CS, so not doing so hot.
It's not
kind of to be
terrible,
expected.
but yeah, not good.
Well, he'll be beat down here by Yang, who's not scared of nobody.
This is just
will go
on
off.
things going on here.
Yeah, for sure. Has those phase boots, so and 2 in degen right now. Gonna be quite annoying.
Phase boots on every offlaner patch.
Yeah, every patch has like an offlaner theme. I feel like in the last year. Iron Talon gone. Jungle creeps completely destroyed. Can't really fall back in the off lane. All this pulling shenanigans at the beginning of the game now.
People just realize how much aggressive potential every hero in the game has with phase boots, even these heroes like Tide. And they also are much more survivable in the early game. A lot of heroes rely on slows or positioning, like Rubik getting that lift off. And having these phase boots just makes it that much harder to catch you. So all these heroes they can play so much more aggressive just by buying phase boots. And that's why you're seeing it so much in the current patch, because you're able to do that as an offlaner. I wonder if Ohio will also go phase. I feel like he'll go more utility this game because he can't really pressure the Luna like this Omni Knight is pressuring bottom. But hey, he is level 6. Has the
Underlord goes phase? I don't think I've ever seen that. I mean, I know you said offlaners go phase. Okay.
Yeah, I've seen it a couple times. It's like certain heroes it's more common than others. I've seen it a few times on Underlord. Bottom lane.
Oh, yep, Yang comes in.
Repel.
Trying to run away. Repel is fine. Fade is here for scare tactics. DDC, I think they saw him on the outskirts there and now definitely do. So back to the old try. But Terrorblade is hitting like a truck, so they probably won't get too close at the moment. Maybe wait for that bad boy to dissipate. DDC does have level 3 in Glimpse. See if they can try to set something up, but I believe this is a smoke gank attempt by LFY towards the mid lane. Freeze. Oh! Super's going to jump in, and Snare will start it, but with that TP of Luna, don't believe anything's going to happen. In fact, Eclipse is used just to ensure the kill on the support Naga.
Worth.
Bottom lane, we have the Tusk Snowball with 2 inside, but here comes Ohio helping take out the Tusk. So good rotations from him, as he is now level 8 working towards a hood. Telekinesis is going to catch DDC. He gets off the Glimpse, but that Firestorm is a beast of a spell. Yang does get off the Purification, though. So it looks like that'll help him live. Awful in the meantime. Taking some damage as a result of this. Sharing the damage with the Disruptor Thunderbolt. Thunderstrike, not something you want.
Afu's rich. Swap his bottom
yow.
Arcane Rune.
Oh, one more auto attack. Can he juke around the trees? Negatory. Let's see if they try to push this tier 1 now.
Luna's going Mask of Madness, so instead of going the tower pressure route, she wants to go the accelerate her farm as much as possible route before Terrorblade really comes online. I don't mind that approach. They're both equally accomplishing the same thing through different paths, I guess you could say.
Queen of Pain, middle of the pack as far as net worth. Bottom lane, Ohio gets initiated on, gets blocked off by the Ice Shards, and here he comes with a Snowball as well. And that will be enough with the Purification to take out that tanky offlaner who is now in the safe lane. And Freeze has a Shadow Blade at 11 minutes with the Aquila Wand, Bottle, and Treads. Not too shabby. Top of the net worth as well. Look at the discrepancy between Terrorblade, who's the top of LFY, and the Shadow Fiend and Luna.
And, you know, obviously my analysis pregame was, I guess, short-sighted when I'm looking at this game. I see the only way they win this game is, like, snowballing kills, but the fact is that's, like, exactly what they're doing. So this is, like, really good. The SF's going for the Shadow Blade. I don't mind that approach at all either. It's kind of funny. I said snowball for kills, and then I said tanky items, but instead he's going these pick-off items, which I actually think is correct. So I think the way they win is by simply being so farmed in comparison that it doesn't matter that LFY has the hero counters. It just doesn't matter. If they're that much higher net worth, they're already ahead by 5k, then who cares?
Oh boy. They are going in. Ohio does have Dark Rift. It's level 1. He gets glimpsed, but it's a little bit too early. And
it's
Ohio
really
back
tough
in base.
to time that.
Is
the
it?
glimpse duration, or how long it takes to call back, is based on how far he's traveled in the recent past. So
yeah,
that would have to be like, yeah. I mean, you can get it, but it's probably like in that case like a 0.3 second window that he has to.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Not like X where you just get it off and he's gonna get X'd. The Omni is going phase drums. I got one of them right. Feels good, man.
Nice.
One for 3.
Yeah, he's doing. I mean, he has as much farm as the Terrorblade right now, and I believe it's a higher level. Actually, exactly the same level.
This is the kind of game where, at the end of the day, VGJ is having a great start, and they are on the path to victory. But because of the fact that LFY outscales them, this is still anyone's game. It's like if it was the other way around in terms of the net worth, it would be over. But this is a game where if VGJ plays it clean, they should have no problem winning. But if 1 or 2 slip-ups or 1 or good team fights from LFY, then the game's back to even, pretty much. We saw that with the Lifestealer Terrorblade matchup the other day. It's similar here. Difference between Luna and Lifestealer is at least Luna flash farms so that she can choose to not fight the Terrorblade and still stay ahead of him in net worth. They are trading towers. SF has a TP but low mana. Quap is camping him with Invis Rune.
Yeah, I was expecting at least a denial attempt or perhaps a TP, but neither of those things occurred. So he's just doing the old creeperoo for 2 on this Shadow Fiend, who's 3 levels ahead, by the way.
Classic.
To go along with that massive net worth.
Classic creeperoo for 2.
Yep, it is classic. The Peeping Tom. That's another way to look at it, I guess. If you could take any skill in Dota and apply it to yourself in real life, what would it be? A lot of people say Invis.
Can I think about this?
Yep. I'll give you the rest of the game to think about it. I'm sure we'll forget about it completely.
Nice. I'll take some time.
All right, Monet. Let's see how he looks in this. Oh, that's not. Okay. He is a scary, scary looking man up close. Jesus.
Yes, I love this Terrorblade set. This is the Terrorblade set I invested in. It's like a $70 set, but worth.
Really?
That's really expensive. It's like the ultra rare from one of those compendium chest things.
Really? I didn't. Okay.
Very cool. This combined with the Arcana, but
he is faceless, but will be taking out this tier 1 tower, and it looks to be uncontested. Freeze using the gym, the shower, if you will, but solo. And well, Luna so far is doing great. We'll be going for a Hurricane Pike now that she has the Mask of Madness.
Maybe looking for something cute up top, but it looks like he's gonna back up.
Yeah, they want to go for Quap. This will be a little difficult to pull off. They do have a couple stuns in Fade, but yeah, they're going to see Ohio right now. This is going to probably take a while to get the kill, so we're going to watch bottom real quick. There's a snowball. Not able to get the Walrus Punch off. Ice Shards are there.
Yeah,
it's a level 2 blink. Yeah, he's good to go. So no kills coming.
You lack catch for this Quap. That's why I liked the pick in the draft. So they're able to prolong the game with this Queen of Pain. Net worth has kind of stagnated in terms of the last 2 minutes. It was 5K and it's still 5K, so that's good for LFY. I got to root for him simply because I called them in the draft. So.
Understandable. I know how that goes.
It's my pride on the line here.
Well, super. Is he going to be caught out? 2 seconds on blink. If Fade can just get he doesn't have the snowball, but a punch would have done it. And super at the end of the day, space created, I suppose. And Ohio has the hood. We'll be working towards I assume that's a Vanguard. Is there a Ring of Health on the courier? Indeed there is. So the old Crimson Guard pipe combo probably.
Yes, sir.
I think you definitely need pipe this game. For sure.
It's a very valuable pipe game. Three of their heroes do a ton of magic damage. Disruptor is a lot of magic damage, but it's not like something you'd build a pipe for. But Luna, SF,
yep.
And I guess the combination of Tusk and Disruptor is enough. The nice thing about Terrorblade is these kill lineups that we're seeing. He can push out the waves safely, as you see top. And Monet with the very good awareness to walk to base with his actual hero.
Yep. Scan came out, of course, and
Ohio
flipped a couple heroes.
Or Afu smoked as well.
Ooh, Afu. All right, Purification comes out.
He has his own purification.
He sure does. He's going to walk outside that kinetic field. Pit of Malice is there with the Firestorm. This is dealing a lot of damage. Metamorphosis popped by Monet. Freeze is able to get off that Requiem of Souls. Yao trying to song, but not able to do so. The stuns come out beautifully, and here comes the actual team fight. Static Storm applies, and the Purification just finishes off Terrorblade in quick succession. It's a 4-for-1. They do lose to Shadow Fiend, but Super might come with big Sonic Wave, but again, it's a 1v5 or 1v4 situation. It's not going to happen.
This is exactly what they have to do. Great job by VGJ.Thunder. As I said, their draft was just vastly superior. Able to take over this. No, that was really good. They pick up the Naga. If they go on anyone else, Naga can just sleep and disengage the fight. So really good target prioritization by VGJ. Playing really well. Very impressed with them overall this entire tournament. And now they're going to DD farm this Ancient stack, which is value. Gets her health back as well. On the Luna.
Beautiful. I mean, I do agree though. If this game had started, it was flip-flopped or whatever, LFY would definitely have a much better opportunity to win this game. Not that it's over by any means, of course. They do have the song, which we have yet to see this game, but the whole song, Sonic Wave, Underlord. I mean, Firestorm maybe not an ability you think about in team fights as being that impactful, but if you can set it up, it's percentage HP damage. So there's almost no stronger spell in the game if you can isolate people in a certain area.
Yeah, if somebody gets netted, that's definitely a thing. I like how the Luna first major item is Hurricane Pike. I actually really like this a lot. It's just one of those things where if you're able to just create that little bit of space between the LFY lineup, they have the net, they have the Pit of Malice, but they don't really have further pursuit of you. So I think this is just a really good pickup. It increases his survivability, and when you're more survivable, you farm faster because you are less scared of them killing you. And I expect to see his net worth skyrocket on the Luna, and you're already almost double the net worth of everyone on the Radiant. That's pretty nuts.
Yeah, looking pretty scary. Nukes. But we did have a couple games this tournament where Terrorblade got off to a slow start, but once he got that core set of items that he needs to be powerful, then they're able to turn it in some situations. Firestorm comes out in the bot lane trying to defend this bottom tower. Well, he gets glimpsed back into the trees. Well, Dark Rift, in fact.
They just do so much damage on the side of VGJ. They, like, even though they're getting, like, even though Underlord's there to counter push, who cares if you just kill the tower that fast?
Yeah, and Sylar feeling pretty confident will be farming the enemy Ancients. In fact, Omni Knight has a higher net worth than anybody on LFY. So the top 3 going the way of VGJ.Thunder. 10K lead at 18 minutes. And they're showing why they are the first ones in the grand finals for this DAC qualifiers.
Sylar is living the Luna dream.
The Yules. Oh, the Static Storm does come out with the kinetic field. This should be enough to take out that really annoying Queen of Pain. So another good kill for VGJ.Thunder. VGJ.Thunder, that is.
And you just have to see, you see how the way that Quap and Terrorblade have to play. They're always so scared. This is what's going to create this immense farm discrepancy between to Luna. Okay. Rest of VGJ is just running around, and their Luna's going to be 6 slotted by like 30 minutes into the game, and just end with either the first Aegis or the second. Like, you're going to end the game by then. The first Aegis will probably get you at least all the outer tier towers, along with maybe a William of Rax, and then the second one will assure victory, and that's their way to win. And I like the way they played this. Very surprised that they were able to snowball the lanes. It all started with mid, though. I think the lane setups were good for the Radiant, but then when they had the lane swap, like we talked about, suddenly the Terrorblades against this Omni, they have to put 3 heroes against him. It doesn't feel good. And the lane game just snowballed really heavily from there. Kind of seeing the impact on the net worths. Top 3 going to VGJ. Tyler's just hunting him, man. He's not afraid.
Yep. But not able to find him. Not
Top!
Sure
Oh, God!
All right, Requiem of Souls comes out, and Terrorblade just dies. Purification helping along the way. So yeah, that's not what you need if you're LFY.
Not a step in the right direction.
No, Omni Knight. He'll get a Purification off. He does not care. He does not care at all. But maybe he should, because he's taking a lot of damage. Sonic Wave comes out, not quite enough to take out the Omni Knight. He's going to pop GA for himself. Yao positioning himself to... looks like they're going to backtrack, actually, and Yang will live. Freeze in the meantime. He's going to continue onto Yao. That's a
DD
double
Luna,
kill.
oh god. It turns out if you are immune to physical damage and magic damage, that's pretty good.
Yep, it's pretty good. And BKB is the next item of choice for Luna. What's that?
They're actually just going BKB. They're not even going for the Manta. I thought they might go the more overall damage output and utility route, but they're actually just going straight for the BKB. They want to end this game.
Boy.
They know.
Yeah, Monet might be dying for a second time. No Thunder available. The silences were on point. Stuns as well as Fade. He's going to get a nice punch on the super. He's going to blink away to safety. Yang, or Yao, I should say, has the song available. I don't think we've... Okay, he's just going to die.
They do so much damage, this Luna Aura, for an extra 60 damage on everybody.
Yeah, pretty dirty. And their next target, I'm sure the Eclipse might come out here, Ohio. He's going to get bursted down as well. I mean, it doesn't even feel like he's playing Underlord right now. Just so squishy. And this tier 2 tower will be going down. Age is still intact for that Luna. And this is just getting uglier and uglier for LFY.
There's one thing we can pray for here. We got the Bless RNG. 3 more kills for VGJ.
Oh boy.
3 more for the memes. That's what we're rooting for at this point.
Or one of each.
That is true. We got 2 routes to victory.
2 routes to victory.
Yeah.
For the viewers, that is.
Something to root for at least. You gotta be watching for something.
Whenever you see a Tusk, especially at the 22-minute mark, pick up a Blink Dagger. You know things are going well for you. Now, that's when his... I mean, we talked about this previously, but the Snowball, obviously a good save. It's just not that consistent, but with a Blink Dagger, it becomes much more consistent and that much more powerful and potent.
True. I really like SF's build. He's going to Manta for the net. Basically, the only way he gets locked down during his repel from the Omni Knight is when he gets netted, and Manta and Lincoln's block that, so he just will have free reign of the fights when he is repelled. And it's also just good in general against their heroes. Like, it removes the Fade Bolt, it removes the net, it removes the Orchid Quops building. All these items are just really nice utility for this SF. And they're smoked up. They're ready to end this game. This looks like the final hurrah. Please get exactly 3 kills. Thank you.
3 kills, no more.
Yeah.
Ohio's sitting on the high ground here. Heard a punch. That was the Courier. Yeah, I believe that was an Orchid for Quap. Yeah, that's for finished Orchid, and that's going to hurt, but maybe it doesn't even matter because this game is probably already over. Underlord is dead. Sylar still with that Aegis. I think it's up for another 30 seconds. Exactly 30 seconds, in fact. Fortification is activated. Sleep is available for Yao. But without Underlord, it's hard to believe that they can take a team fight at all, especially with this much of a deficit. There you see the power of reflection. The more powerful your enemies become, that's their strat.
The problem is it's only level 2 at this point, so it's really underwhelming.
Oh no. Oops. Yeah.
They're going in.
Alright, Metamorphosis is online. Sylar doesn't really care if he dies here, although maybe he should because Age is about to run out. Or actually, wait, am I crazy?
Yeah, it's got another 2 minutes, man. That's close.
Okay,
though.
Wow.
Almost is loosely defined.
The game that we cast a couple days ago, I felt like the Aegis expired 3 minutes early.
That.
And this one is 3 minutes late. I guess it just shows the quality of gameplay between discrepancy in
Yeah,
the
this game's not so exciting, so it seems to be dragging on a bit.
It's okay. That's honestly, if any game's gonna be like this, it should be game 1.
Yeah, for sure.
Because it can only get better from here.
Desperation smoke from LFY.
Yeah, Monet. Static Storm is there. Firestorm on a few heroes, but here comes the GA. No physical damage for you. Eclipse coming out. Oh, Underlord is taking the brunt of the damage. Sonic Wave's going to clip 3, but it's 3 dead already in favor of VGJ. And Super, they're just going to call GG in the middle of this fight. Triple kill for Freeze. And a very easy game 1 victory for VGJ.Thunder.
A brief few seconds of the dream.
Oh yeah, I wasn't even paying attention. Yeah, it must have happened. Only 3 kills for LFY. Boy, oh boy.
We can screenshot it if we wanted to rewind. That's all that matters. Overall, I kind of touched on it, but just to hash, like, basically what happened this game, in my opinion, is that they picked this Underlord to deal with Omni Knight. We said in the draft where the problem that Omni Knight causes is he forces, like, 3 heroes into his lane, and then you can't really kill him anyway. And so they picked this Underlord to lane solo against the Omni, and then suddenly the Quops lane was so bad because of the supports helping mid from VGJ that the supports from LFY were forced to go mid, making it so the Terrorblade could no longer lane top, making him go bottom, and suddenly they're stuck in the exact scenario you don't want to be in against an Omni, where you have 3 heroes, you're not actually shutting him down, and when you're dedicating 3 heroes and not shutting him down, meanwhile, the rest of the map for VGJ is just wide open. The SF and Luna are free to farm as much as they want, get all the items, they're not scared, and it just snowballs out of control.
Yeah, and that, I don't think there's much more to be said about this game. I think it was just one of those, like, it happened. Let's go on to game 2. Let's not even talk about that one.
Yep.
And I think LFI will come back a lot stronger. Based on
I
how
believe
they've
they're
looked.
better than that, too. So
Yeah,
I
for
think
sure.
that was the